led a very active life. I was a big climber. I was in medical school, really enjoying it, feeling like I was finding my footing. I had just taken a year out to do a dissertation in Palestine, and so I'd come back from that and felt really independent. I was in my 4th year of medical school. I was going to walk towards the tube station, and then the next thing I remember is waking up, which felt very strange because I didn't think I'd been asleep. A man had jumped from the 3rd floor headfirst and landed on my back. The man that jumped, I don't think suffered any sort of serious injuries. I remember looking at the sort of bright lights of the shopping centre, and then kind of my next thought was, oh my God, I can't feel my legs. I was lying in hospital a couple of days after the incident, and a nurse that was normally very chatty, I remember asking her, am I going to walk again? And suddenly she was silent. That sort of told me everything I needed to know. What I had known about the lives of disabled people and what society had taught me about what being disabled was like, I was terrified. When I was still in the high dependency unit, 2 of the professors at my medical school came to see me and said, you will absolutely still be able to return to medical school. We will support you. It was a bit of a lifeline for me. I had some sort of hope for the future, and that really kept me going. At the start, I really struggled with the idea of being a wheelchair user. The idea of what my life would look like suddenly became very small. I think in the days that I felt really down about all of this, the fact that I was returning to medicine was really what kept me going through a lot of it, because that was such a huge part of my identity before my injury. I am an F2 doctor now. I think being a wheelchair user is a gift in some ways, especially in relation to my job, because I'll meet a patient and I obviously have sort of visible scar. It's obvious that I have been through something, or I've also been a patient, and I noticed that people open up to me a lot more quickly. So I've kind of spent years thinking about what it means to have a happy life now. And I think work is a huge part of my joy day to day. I think being with my partner is as well. And I've found sort of new activities and sports because of my injury. If I could go back to that day, I wouldn't change anything. And people find that really strange. But I'm so happy with the life I've built as a disabled woman, and the people I've met and the experiences I've had, that to me is too precious to change anything. For me, I don't see it as the day that I lost my mobility. It's the day that I saved a life.